How are we doing, guys? Welcome to another FIFA 21 video. So today I'm going to show off my custom tactics and player instructions because I get asked quite a lot when I'm streaming live. We are in Division 1. Yes, I got there, or at least I got a helping hand by being helped in co-op because me and Mr. Chester play in co-op. We smashed it. We got into Div 1 very quickly. I then played a bunch of games on my own. I got relegated to Div 2, and then I got myself relegated back up by playing solo. So, yeah, these tactics and that have helped me. I'm on about a 3 or 4 game winning streak using these tactics at the moment. I've recently changed, and I've actually dropped Pogba to the bench, who I'm probably going to sell in place of Sissoko. So we'll start with the formation in game. Obviously, my team is pretty good at this stage of FIFA right at the beginning. I packed Alisson untradeable this morning. I packed Pogba, I packed Yedda, I packed Fabinho. I've traded a lot, so I have a bit of everything. Before people sort of go, oh, that's a pay-to-win team. I don't really do a lot of FIFA points. I do a lot of trading. We work pretty hard doing squad battles, div rivals, and hitting all the objectives. So we work pretty hard to get this team. Yes, we put a few points on, but not too many. So in-game, I play 4-2-3-1, but I don't play defensive. Like last year on FIFA, it was all about 4-2-3-1, park the bus, everyone come back and defend and stand in front of the goal and get in the way and be a nuisance. We all hated FIFA 20 for that. That's great, cool, whatever, push that aside. So, this year, I'm playing 4-2-3-1. So, Alisson's in goal, we've got Ricardo Pereira, Joe Gomez, Davinson Sanchez, and then we've got Reguilon at left back. It's Reguilon, not Regulion. It's R-E-G-U-I. Before anyone says anything. I've got Sissoko and Fabinho CDMs. We've then got Son out wide on the right, Ben Yedda down the middle, Bale on the left, because obviously crossing the ball in, I want Bale on his left, whipping it in. I want Son, who's 5-star weak for anywhere, but he's on his right, whipping it in if I need to. Martial is just a god up front, and Ben Yedda's been doing pretty good at cam. He's got less stamina. So that is the formation. Now, the tactics we're going to use. I use pressure after possession loss. Now, this can be quite risky, but I felt I was playing balanced before, and I was playing a bit of drop back to see how they kind of were. When I played drop back, I had about 33% possession on average, which is horrendous. In a case of 90 minutes, I had the ball for 30, roughly. Yeah, that's pretty bad, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to try and go a bit more on the front foot, try and win the ball back early, try and dominate the game and try and I control the game rather than react to my opponent. Because I feel like defending's really hard this year. You definitely need to be able to dive into it and take the fight to your opponent rather than sitting back and countering. Counter-attacking is great, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like if you can control the pace of the game, it's great. And these tactics won't work for everyone. So if you do copy these tactics and you lose a few games, please don't come at me going, oh, I tried it and it doesn't work. You can't just copy someone's tactics and then be amazing. But I wanted to share these with you because of how I felt they worked. So, pressure after possession loss. Because a lot of defenders are quite slow to take a touch. They're quite slow on the ball. I figured if I lose the ball, I want my team pressing them straight away. Now, I've gone with 5 width, which is the neutral width. However, in my mind, I do want to try slightly wider because wing play is huge this year. Wing play is a massive thing, so I thought maybe I should try 6, maybe I'll try 7. Obviously, that leaves room down the middle. But I just feel like so many people this year already, with their pace teams, as starter teams. Hey, look, I'm not even streaming and someone's just followed. How crazy is that? Yeah, so I think maybe we'll try some higher width at some point. I'll let you know how that goes in the near future. 4 depth, I think, because then our team's not dropping too deep once they've done their press. So obviously, we lose the ball. Our team presses for, what, is it like 7 seconds? Yeah, approximately 7 seconds. We push, we push, we push, we push, we push. Then we drop back to 4 depth. We kind of balance back. After possession loss, it kind of turns into balanced. Your team just drop back. They'll get into their neutral position. When we attack, I realised it seems really hard to actually keep the ball. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I seem to sometimes struggle just passing the ball to my players, or I didn't feel like I had an option to pass. So I would have the ball maybe in midfield with Sissoko or Fabinho at CDM, and I just couldn't find any players. I just felt like everyone was kind of too far away, unbalanced. They weren't coming to the ball. So I've changed it up. I've gone possession. So my players come short. I can keep the ball a lot more. Now, I'm the one who's having sort of 55, 60% possession, and my opponent's having less. So I'm having the ball for more time. I'm dictating the play. I'm controlling the game. Now, width and players in box, I've kept on neutral. I don't want the players to be too wide. I don't want them to be too narrow. I want it to be a bit of both. Obviously, if they're kind of neutral anyway, I can then either force them out wide or I can bring them in by using L1, R1, you know, call them short, send them long. Players in the box, I went with 5. Now, I was running 6 before, and I just felt like I was getting countered quite a bit. The option this year is obviously boot the ball down the wings to pace players and run in behind and cross it. So I didn't want to overcommit, but I do like getting players into the box for crosses. I feel like 5, if you go up to 6, you're pushing an extra player into the 6-yard box. You're then getting caught on the counter. If you look at this, you can see you've got the crosser. You have an extra man in the box that comes from further back. It's kind of like your other CDM. If you look at the animation there, it kind of tells you. Corners and free kicks is kind of whatever you guys want to do. I used to have them on 4. I've taken them down to 3. Heading is back in the game, so it is viable. It's a viable option. That's up to you guys on that. I won't say it matters either way. You could have everyone back for a corner with 1, or you could put everyone forward on 5. I would advise you to maybe go 2, 3, or 4 maximum, though. I wouldn't want to go just 1 because you've got no one to aim at. I wouldn't go 5 unless you're in the final minutes and that's your ultra attacking last stitch kind of go for it. So we'll start with the player instructions. Centre backs are just on default. I don't know what you can even do on goalkeeper. Come for crosses, cautious of crosses. Sweeper, keeper, or balance. I just leave the keeper on balance. I've never really touched that. Left back and right back. Stay back while attacking. Normal interceptions, mixed attack. So it's just stay back, default, default. Same on the left back, stay back, default, default. Now you can use balanced. It does work, but you will be open to the counter attack, so be careful with that. If you do that, make sure your CDMs are on cover wing. Both centre-backs on stay back while attacking, obviously, and just normal interceptions. 2 CDMs. I've gone with man mark, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, and cover centre. So I've gone with man mark because every time my opponent had the ball previously, I had on cut passing lanes, I just felt like that my opponent had too much space. Every time. Every time, like, they would pass it, they'd have an option, I'd close them down, they'd pass it away, the guy had 5-10 yards of space. So I felt like man mark means my players are tighter. My 2 CDMs are marking his players better. Stay back while attacking so they don't go too far forward. And cover centre, because you'll see here, I have all of my cams on come back on defence. Now some people will say, oh, that's really negative. However, the way it works, we go pressure after possession loss, we chase the ball for 7 seconds. If we don't win the ball, we all retreat. We kind of set up our barriers. We have our 4-2-3, and then we have the 1 up front still. It really helps. And if you have high stamina players, Bale isn't, but Son is, Ben Yedder's not either. But if you have some good subs, or if you have good stamina players, it can be really effective because then you can sort of build from the back. It links in with possession. So if you're on stay forward with your cams, you're going to have like a 4-2, and then effectively 4 players up front. There's no link. There's no link play. So when you do custom tactics, do think about, will they contradict each other? So, which means if I do come back on defence, but I play long ball, all my players are going to be back and they're looking for route 1. It's not going to work. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I have possession and come back on defence, all my players are way closer together. They're more compact. I have balanced on everything. I have my 3 cams on all the same. Come back on defence, balance crossing runs, stick to position and normal interceptions. You can do get into the box on crosses, but I just felt the cams kind of inverted and they went into the box more, which then meant we didn't have many players out wide. And then on Martial, the only reason I have getting behind is because he's quick. I've got balanced whip so he can drift a little bit. I did have cover centre, or sorry, stay central before, but he just kind of, it was almost like he would just stay in the middle and that would be it. Getting behind, because obviously he's pacey, normal interceptions, and balanced defence. So he will drop a little bit, but I don't want him coming too deep. I do want him to be an outlet if I need him. So yeah, hopefully those custom tactics may help you guys out. I don't know, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but give it a try, see what you think. Let me know, what are you guys running? Are you running different formations? Are you running different tactics? Have you got different players? Do let me know. Do leave a thumbs up if you are new to the channel, and subscribe as well if you're new. Do leave some comments down below, and I'll see you soon.